A GoldenEye remake was leaked? Sonic is now getting a Netflix show? Google Stadia finally coming to an end? All that and more on this edition of the Miikcast Station. Hi guys, DPX here to give you the news on the Miikcast Station. Let's get into this. Google Stadia, a concept that seemed promising on paper at first, but as time went on and got closer and closer to launch, it failed more and more to the point where I honestly get annoyed whenever YouTube decides to still advertise Stadia to me. However, unshockingly, Google Stadia, while not outright discontinued, might as well have been, as everything that was supposed to be coming to Stadia has just been cancelled. They have also shut down all internal studios, so it really doesn't look good, but it is so they can, and I quote, change their business focus. Yeah, right. I think it's a matter of time before it's announced that Stadia is just outright done, because it was kinda dead on arrival. What do you guys think about this, though? Video games and shows don't always go together that well, but Netflix has been doing it right recently with Castlevania, The Witcher. I mean, that one is mostly based off of the novels, but still has an audience from the video games, and also their announcement a few months back about an Assassin's Creed series. Well, Netflix will be doing a new Sonic series called Sonic Prime. Not much is known about this show other than the fact that it will be a 3D animated show and will be co-produced by Sega, Netflix, Wild Brain Studios, and Man of Action Entertainment. Sonic shows are hit or miss, but Netflix has a good track record when it comes to just shows in general, and then by extension, shows based off of video games. So I'm intrigued. What do you guys think, though? While on the subject of Netflix shows based off of video games, both Zelda and Star Fox were going to have Netflix shows, but were canceled because of leaks. Yep, that is why. There isn't a whole lot here. I'm not sure if the Zelda show would have been live action or animated, but the Star Fox show was going to be claymation, so that could have been interesting, but also had the potential to look hella cursed. So maybe this is a blessing in disguise. One thing that fascinates me about this, though, is why these shows were canceled, and it's because of leaks. Imagine if a big new AAA game was being worked on by Nintendo, say Metroid Prime 4 hadn't been announced yet, and they were working on that. But then, it got leaked out into the public, so people knew about it. So, they just decided to cancel it. I don't know, maybe there's more to it, but it just seems weird. But what do you guys think? While sorta on the subject of Zelda, we are still waiting for Breath of the Wild 2. Well, an Austrian retailer known as Gameware has kind of leaked the release date, or at least release window. Breath of the Wild 2, according to this leak, will be coming out during the second quarter of the year. It also states that Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster, god that's a long title, will be releasing in May of this year. So it leaks 2 release dates, sort of, for the Switch this year. Although Breath of the Wild 2, it doesn't give a specific date in the leak, and this isn't even confirmed at all. But it will apparently, according to this leak, be coming out towards, like, you know, the second quarter of the year. So we will be getting it this year, should this leak be true. What do you guys think about this? Bayonetta 3 is a game that was announced all the way back at the 2017 Game Awards and still hasn't come out yet. Not only that, we haven't gotten anything. We've got, at the Game Awards, it was like a 30-second CG trailer that just revealed the logo. That's it. Many people for years have been wondering what the fuck is up with this game, but we got some sort of news recently by Mr. Block You on Twitter, Hideki Kamiya. He was in an interview with Video Game Chronicle, and this went down. Let me read the quote. So the interviewer goes, Kamiya, here's the inevitable Bayonetta 3 question. You were recently quoted as saying you'd like to provide a public update on the game this year. Is that right? It's not really our position to say, but it's January. We've got to have something come out, right? I guess it's safe to expect that something will come out. There's a lot of the year left, is what I'm saying. By update, do you mean something more substantial than another CGI logo? I understand it's driving the fans crazy. In light of that, my suggestion would be that maybe we should all reset and forget about Bayonetta 3. Then, when something finally does happen, it will be a nice surprise, won't it? So Kamiya suggests forgetting about Bayonetta 3 at the moment, but people sorta interpreted that as bad news. However, when you actually read the context and everything, that's not what he's saying at all. What do you guys think about this? So, I think I have made my opinion on Blizzard very clear. But that doesn't mean that games like Overwatch or Diablo are bad, because they are really actually far from being bad and have new games on the way. People have been eagerly anticipating the releases of Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4, and Blizzard has given information on when they'll come out, or sorta when they will. According to Activision in their investors call, neither game will be coming out this year. I think it'll be fair to expect to see one of these two games, one of them, to come out next year. Maybe both of them, but at least one. But none of them are coming out this year. I don't even think we've gotten gameplay for them. I think we got gameplay for Overwatch 2, but I don't even know if we got gameplay for Diablo 4. So I'm gonna bet on seeing Overwatch 2 first. But what do you guys think? Biomutant is a game I've had my eye on for quite a long time, but still refuses to come out. It was announced like, what, 4, 5, maybe even 6 years ago? Seriously. Well, we've gotten some new information on Biomutant earlier this week. First off, Biomutant, when it comes to gameplay, will be somewhat of a mixture of Zelda, Fallout, and Far Cry, amongst others. It'll also be a linear open world with a free roam element to it, and it just seems like a lot of fun. Also, we actually got a release date for the game, May 25th of this year for the PS4, Xbox One, and Windows, but nothing about next gen, although you could probably play it through backwards compatibility. What do you guys think? So the Mass Effect trilogy is getting a remastered collection called Mass Effect Legendary Edition. It recently got a brand new trailer and looks really cool. However, there was an announcement that the remasters will have significantly less butt shots than the original games did. Now, of course, people are upset because, I mean, why wouldn't they be? But also, I look at things like this and I can't help but ask, why is this a news headline? It's not a big deal. I get it's a nice cherry on top, but the lack of these butt shots don't affect the overall quality of the game. But what do you guys think though? Does it bother you that much? Last but certainly not least, we got the whole thing with Goldeneye. I wasn't thinking about covering this on this edition of the Miikcast station, but more and more kept coming out about it, so I think I gotta cover it. So basically, GoldenEye 007 is a first-person shooter on the Nintendo 64 that was developed by Rare and, of course, published by Nintendo. However, Microsoft acquired Rare, so Nintendo didn't have access to any of their games, including GoldenEye. Well, neither did Microsoft, really, because they didn't own the James Bond license. That would explain why you probably never really saw GoldenEye 007 get re-released, like, ever. I mean, it got GoldenEye 007 Reloaded on, like, the Wii, Xbox 360, PS3, but that was a completely different game. However, it almost happened. Yep, there was going to be a GoldenEye 007 remaster, and it was going to be on the Xbox 360. Of course, that's not the gameplay I'm showing you right now, but there was gameplay for the remaster that was leaked, and honestly, it makes you think what could have been. Obviously, the game didn't come out, probably due to licensing issues again. But still, not only that though, the game itself has recently leaked online and looks really good. What do you guys think about this whole GoldenEye 007 remastered thing? And what do you guys think about anything else I covered on here? That was this edition of the Miikcast Station. This is DPX signing off. Have a good one. We'll be back in 2 weeks for more Miikcast Station.